Good day. Welcome to King William's Everything. We're starting another project because you know what? You never can have too many projects. This one is kind of a JAMA. Well, I don't think this is really a JAMA card, but this here is a Cherry Master. So if you know what Cherry Masters are, they're those let you do poker and all that fun stuff. This came out of a working machine. I've got it quite a while ago. I think I turned it on just to make sure it worked. But this is kind of like one of the older versions. The newer versions don't have a little dip switches, or most of them don't have the dip switches, all software. But this, you know, you want to turn this feature on, that feature on. You know, you want the payouts and things like that. You can define all that. And of course, this is by Dyna. It's a Cherry Master. D9702. Dyna. And you see it's got the chips. Looks like they've been maybe swapped out or something. So I'm going to take these out and get the code off of them. And we'll see if we can maybe upgrade the code on this and maybe upgrade it if possible. If not, that's okay. But I'll show you kind of what we got so far. The main thing is we're going to build a cabinet. I've been trying to find a nice cabinet. You know, something that's been destroyed. You know, doesn't have any kind of decals on it. Nothing fancy, just to put this in there. Because this takes... this is going to take a little bit more space than some kind of like a smaller cabinet, you know, just like a little bar top one. You could probably fit it in there, but what we have is this board. You can see there's no VGA ports on there. It just comes out the JAMA-ish. I think this may be a JAMA. No, this is not a JAMA. Card, edge card, and so you need a monitor, arcade monitor. But if we use one of these fellows, him over here, one of these guys, and this takes the signal, and we're going to take the pins from, let me untangle it, here, where the video comes off, and plug it into these guys right here, and then export it VGA. So we're going to take the CGA or the RGB signal, jam it in here, VGA it out. So we're going to be able to use a flat panel monitor. So it's going to be kind of like old school, new school. And here's the monitor that I have. Let me put these over there. I have a nice industrial flat panel. I have one of these fellows. Let's see. Let me get this out of the way. But you can see it's got this stickers on it. This came from, I believe, China. You can see there's no, I don't think there's any logos or anything on it. Not that I know of. But it does have the ears, or the rail. So we can mount it flat, and that'll be kind of cool. But you see it's got bubbles, it's got the sticker, the protective layer on. So I'll mount this. It has, let's see, a couple different switches where you can change, you know, like the brightness, those kind of things, the language. I think by default it was in Chinese. It took me quite a while to figure it out. But and also it has a 12-volt power supply somewhere. Oh, here. And here's your VGA port. So we're going to take Mr. Board, bam, to this board, and into this fellow. So we're going to get a nice little upgrade. So I think that's kind of the way to go. I do have the buttons, and I did find a harness for this, because you can get replacement harnesses with all the neat buttons. Tell you the truth, I don't think I even plugged this in. If I did, I may have tested this. So here's the harness, because yeah, this uses a special harness, because it's kind of a, oh yeah, quite wider than a JAMA. It doesn't use all the pins either, but you can see it's kind of quite the harness. Lots of things to plug in, and I did come with all the buttons, so you can see for your bets. You know, you want a small bet. So this is kind of like one of those gambling type boards. Big. And I can't remember how many games it had on it. It wasn't just one game. There's like, you know, 7 or 8 games. It had a menu and you can pick the game you want to play. I think most of these, they're like poker and blackjack and whatever else they are. So that's kind of one of our next projects. I thought that'd be kind of fun. So, you know, people that like to play poker or they like to play card games can play card games. You get the feel of sitting in a smoky casino bar and gambling. No money, though. Just gambling. Pushing the buttons, get some satisfaction of winning or dissatisfaction of losing. So that's kind of one of the things we're going to probably be working on. And now that I look at it, I may be able to stick this into a mini cabinet. I might be able to. Maybe we'll build a small cabinet. We'll see. So anyway, this has kind of started this project. And that'll be a little more interesting. We're trying to build an arcade. And video games are fun. You know, everybody loves video games. But some people like, you know, you get tired of a video game. Maybe you want to play, you know, blackjack or something. And that's what this is going to do for them. So I'll give you a little bit of variety. But it does take a little bit more technology than just jamming it in. A JAMA cabinet because it's a different harness. Actually, the harness, I can't remember what this, I think this might have been some, that was power. I don't remember. This did this did that, so you need a special harness. And of course it doesn't do, you need a monitor, so you needed to convert it to a monitor. LCD, that's where this fellow works. And this is the, I can't even remember the name of this guy. Let's see. Oh, 8200, GBS 8200. I did a review on this guy, and yeah, this is really cool. These are really inexpensive. You can get them all different prices. You can get them on Amazon or eBay or AliExpress. You go from China, you can get quite a cheaper deal. They're all the same ones. Just you pay a little more if you get it from somebody from eBay because they went through the trouble to go from China to bring it here. But this also converts other. You know, you can convert, you know, monitors, old school arcade to RGB, VGA. I think there's another input. I think you can input something else into something else. I don't remember all the specs, but it's CGA, EGA, VGA, YUV to VGA. So converts lots of neat things to VGA. So that's going to be kind of cool. So like I said, there's going to be a little bit more technology into doing this, but you know, if you did have, say, an older arcade cabinet that had a tube monitor that was going bad, or if you just want to upgrade to something a little more modern, this is kind of the way to go. So, but anyway, that's the Cherry Master we're going to be working on. So stay tuned, and eventually we'll get to this one too. Have a great day.